Welcome back to Beyond Two Bridges. My name is Matthew, and I'm here with my colleague Ryan.
Hello.
We are kicking it off. This is our reflection episode. We are going to do a take 5 that we'll talk about what we did in 2025.
Nothing happened in 2025.
No, you're right.
Nothing.
I think that this was a very slow year.
Yeah, slow year. I started this year.
You did start this year.
End of January.
And you found a way to give me a different title.
Yeah. Still regretting that. No, I'm
Thank
kidding.
you.
Matthew's been incredible.
I think
as well a great co-host.
Thank you. I think 2025 as a whole, we had a lot of challenges thrown our way, but I think we found ways to pivot.
Yeah. Like I started at the end of January. Of course, the Donald Trump was elected, and he threw a tailspin on the world economy. 2 days after that, there was the provincial election called right here in Windsor. And about a month after that, we had a federal election called. So literally everything has changed. And we're in our 150th year.
That's right. So let's take this opportunity to reflect and use these 5 minutes, or at least as much of the 5 minutes as possible to do that.
Okay. So I'll kick it off. I think one of the first things that I'm very, very proud of that we did together in partnership with Invest Windsor-Essex was launch the Economic Trade Task Force. So this was, as you know, the coming together of over 40 businesses, business leaders, industry leaders to talk about what's going on in the economy, to understand how this trade war is impacting our industry here in Windsor-Essex. We provided great insight, coordinated efforts, great conversation, and we fed that information up to both the city and county. Of course, they were both members, up to the province and up to the federal government. So very, very proud of the leadership that we demonstrated there. Very, very proud of how the community came together. So that's highlight one for me.
10 seconds left.
All right. That's highlight one for me for the first year, 2025, Windsor-Essex Trade Task Force.
Good wrap up. All right, back over to me. We hosted the Ontario Chamber of Commerce's AGM, the annual general meeting. I believe it was the 113th here in Windsor in 2025. And this was an opportunity to bring, I think we had about 150 delegates across Ontario down to really experience Windsor-Essex as a whole. We partnered on this event with our friends at the Amherstburg Chamber of Commerce, as well as the Leamington District Chamber of Commerce. Shout out to Anne and Wendy. We had the opportunity to host the first night where we brought all of these delegates to Beach Grove.
Swanky party.
It was an amazing party. We did a reflection, a call to the past of what we used to be known for, which was rum running. We had, 10 seconds left. I think it was a successful event. We had a lot of opportunities to connect with our friends across the province, and we formed some great networks.
Perfect. Right on time. Highlight 3 for me is a bunch of different highlights. It was all of the events that we ran over the past year. We ran 30 events, over 3,500 attendees, mostly members, but also non-members. It was a world-class display of what a Chamber of Commerce can do. And I say that, it's my first year here, but I give you full credit for that, Matthew, and the team, because you worked your butt off. I'm very happy that I get to say this, but very, very proud of the effort that you put forward. You really did a great job of elevating our events to that level that we expected, the level that we discussed when we first got in. And I think that segues very nicely over to you, talking about our 4th highlight, our brand elevation.
Yeah, so brand elevation was the number one goal, I think, when Ryan, you started. We wanted to create an experience of an actionable goal where people in the community saw the chamber in a different lens, or with a different lens rather. So first off, back at our AGM at the end of 2024, we launched our brand new brand new logo, which was created to represent the new wave of the chamber. With that being said, we then took that thought process into everything that we did in the community. We made sure to create a more elevated experience in everything that we brought to the table, whether it was through decor or partnerships, marketing efforts. We reached, with everything that we did with social media, we reached over 1 million impressions throughout the entire year, and we created the awareness that the chamber is not your typical chamber anymore. Windsor-Essex Chamber of Commerce has has reblossomed, has born again into new light. We are going to continue to elevate, and we are going to make sure that the chamber here in Windsor-Essex will be the first thing that you think of when you think of business.
And we dropped the region too, regional. All of a sudden, it just disappeared.
That's right.
The Windsor-Essex Chamber of Commerce.
That's right. Not that it's a bad thing. I think that just created an opportunity to expand the entire Windsor-Essex County.
There you go. All right, number 5. One of the tasks that the board of directors gave me very early on was demonstrating clear value for membership. So I think we did a very good job of that with a few of the different things. Obviously, the policy and advocacy work we did through the Economic Trade Task Force, the conversations we've had at the various different levels of government. I think the other membership value that's been very, very valuable, again, here's me saying value multiple times. New affinity partnerships were excellent. We added new affinity partnerships. We maintained our same cost, so the actual cost of the membership didn't go up. But to me, if you're a member, you should be able to almost immediately recognize cost savings, and I know that we've done that over the past year.
5 seconds.
No, it says 0 now.
Oh, boy.
So membership value, driving a membership value, I thought was very, very important. Kicking it back to you, why don't you end this one off?
All right, so that was our take 5 for today. Ryan, thank you so much. It was a great year overall, 2025. And now we get into today's podcast. Welcome back to Beyond Two Bridges. We're thrilled to welcome a true hometown success story and a personal friend of mine, Craig Ramsay. Born in Harrow, Ontario, Craig divides his time between Canada and Palm Springs, but his roots are here, Windsor's art community. A graduate of Walkerville Center for the Creative Arts and the Royal Winnipeg Ballet, Craig's journey has taken him from local stages to Broadway, where he starred in hits like Mamma Mia, Fiddler on the Roof, and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Beyond the spotlight, Craig is an internationally recognized fitness and stretch expert, motivational speaker, and best-selling author. You may also know him as one half of the dynamic duo that captured Canada's hearts, Craig and his best friend Catherine Renford, winners of CTV's The Amazing Race Canada. With appearances on shows like All My Children, General Hospital, Two Broke Girls, and even The Graham Norton Show, Craig brings a wealth of experience, energy, and inspiration to our conversation today. Welcome, Craig.
Oh my gosh, thank you for that introduction. Do you want to be my new agent and manager?
Absolutely. If you're looking for something like that, I think we can handle it.
My gosh. Well, yeah, thank you for welcoming me with that. I really appreciate it.
We're happy that you're here.
Well, I love being here. As you said, like I split my time between Palm Springs and Harrow, but my roots are here. And
that comes up often, right? Most people split time between Harrow and Palm Springs. That's you're probably one of one in the world.
Yeah, I think I am.
Okay.
Yeah, even when I cross the border, they're like, huh? Why? I love being from here, and I love being back here. I mean, I did Broadway, as you mentioned, for many years, so Harrow doesn't offer that. It does offer a lot, but not Broadway. So now in my place in my life, in my career, it's so great to be mostly back in Windsor-Essex County.
Yeah. Well, and again, like I said, so we are friends outside of this.
Yes,
and
yes,
I want to say it was probably back in 2008 or 9.
Okay.
We kind of had the opportunity to cross paths on social media. One of our choreographers that both taught us, Ken Robbins, introduced us.
Yeah.
And so from that moment on, we've definitely had the same universe.
Yeah.
And so having you back here and having the ability to kind of do these things together has been just a really great experience. So I'm glad that this is able to happen, but honestly, just having you back in the community, people are happy that you're here.
What I love about this area is that we are 1 degree from separation. We actually do know almost everyone if we get a chance to talk and have those bonding experiences. So yeah, we've stayed connected, and now I really appreciate the ability to connect with a community outside of just the arts as well.
Right.
Yeah, there's so much going on in Windsor-Essex.
Yeah. So give us a little backstory. A Harrow boy who has made it all the way to Broadway.
Yeah.
And anywhere in between. Give us a little,
and a lot of Bravo in between. And oh my gosh, everything. Reality
you're
TV.
A celebrity.
Well, thank you. I mean, I appreciate that. I embrace my career. I'm very proud of what I've been able to do. I was able to do it because I had so much community support. We talked before we started rolling, but I had so much great support in Harrow growing up there.
Incredible.
From my community, from my church, and from the arts community in Windsor, when I went to WCCA and University of Windsor for a short time, I got a foundation for my technique in the arts that really took me to great places. So I've traveled the world. I worked in the UK as well, and Broadway for many years, and then LA, transferred from doing Broadway and performing to training in wellness and fitness field, which was always a passion of mine, but it became obvious that my career was taking me past telling stories and making an impact to an audience while I was on stage to being able to help and guide people in the wellness field. But that combined, thankfully, with reality TV and being in front of the camera, utilizing my entertainment background, so a good mix of both. And I had my first reality show in LA in 2009 called Thintervention.
Okay. I can't say I've seen that one.
Yeah, it did. All of my shows did air in Canada, which was a great opportunity to stay connected with my family and friends and have them see what I'm up to. But it was a while ago.
Yeah.
And then I've been doing reality TV for many years.
So Thintervention, I think I'm probably like many folks that watched the Netflix documentary about The Biggest Loser.
Correct.
Tell me about Thintervention to Biggest Loser. Is it similar kind of concept, or?
It is.
Okay.
It's similar, although our 7-week transformation was not as dramatic, right? And I think healthier. It was, but also The Biggest Loser setup takes the extremes and the exaggeration of what obesity journey to health in big quotations would look like. My personal take on it would be, because I watched the documentary, would be that there are certain people out there where their lifestyle is so damaged and damaging to their longevity that drastic measures should and might be taken place. That show certainly exploited it. And I think that it left people hanging. And I believe even Thintervention, because I'm not a producer, I didn't work for network, but a lot of those shows leave people that need more work than just a treadmill cardio session. They left them hanging.
Yeah, and Craig yelling at them instead of Jillian Michaels. Matthew, why don't you, can we get into you a little bit?
In terms of what?
Your health journey, your fitness journey.
Well,
you've been out there.
I have. I mean, I have been pretty open with kind of my health journey over the last 2 years, and I've lost 70 pounds, and I've done it thank you. I appreciate it. I did it the old fashioned way, at least the way that people assume is the hardest way to do it, which is eating better and going to the gym. And it is a daily grind, but I found this weird, exciting opportunity where I'm like, I need to continuously do that. And it just helps mentally. It helps me refocus on a daily basis. So I can only imagine what that life is like when you're trying to film those types of emotions coming out of people. I can only imagine it's probably a little bit more complicated.
Yeah, it definitely is. I always say when you lose weight in that nature, you're losing emotional issues and situations that you went through. It doesn't have to be the exact issue of, say, this part of my life or this part, but it's the emotions attached to it. And there's ups and downs. I'm really proud of you for not only having the success you did, but also sharing the journey, which is really tough. People love to share the result, but the fact that you were able to guide and share the step-by-step and be proud of every step you took is really motivating for a lot of people. You did well.
Thank you. I mean, and it's really hard to do it, to be honest with you. Like, there's moments where I'm like, I don't think I want to post about this, but then I do get some messages or DMs and people are like, wow, this has allowed me to kind of take this back into my own hands, and I'm doing it too now. So that part is gratifying.
But for every message you got, just know there are so many more people that were affected in a positive way and inspired by what you were able to do that you will never see and know.
Right.
Which, I mean, you did it for the right reasons. Good for you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I mean, I was just listening to your career path, and it sounds like you've had, talk about inspiring. You've had inspirational moments across your career, across your life. When you're 16, 17 in Harrow, what inspired you to achieve that next level, to go? Or maybe what was the secret to help launch your career? What?
Everything was possible.
Okay.
I never was told no. I dreamed big, and that was really supported. So had these what could be deemed as lofty goals, but I think being isolated, in fact, even in Harrow, more so than Windsor, I think because you have more influence of across the border, and to suggest that it's possible it might be more layered and difficult, and I didn't have that. I lived in a fantasy life there, and the fantasy life that I dreamt about outside of there was a direct path.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
What gave you your big break? Like, what launched you?
I would say being invited to train with the Royal Winnipeg Ballet.
Okay.
I left University of Windsor after a year and a half, but that was because I had the opportunity of a lifetime to be a full scholarship recipient of the Royal Winnipeg Ballet, and it was a short time where I found myself having the opportunity to dance with the company.
Yeah.
But I left that because I always had the desire to sing and act as well. So musical theater called me. So I temporarily paused that because I had the opportunity of a lifetime to return like 20 plus years later.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Going back in your 40s to go back on stage.
Yeah, and 2 major productions, Romeo and Juliet. I played Lord Capulet, along with my amazing race partner, Catherine. She played Lady Capulet. And recently, Jekyll and Hyde, which I played Sir Danvers Carew, which is one of the major pivotal characters in that show. Which, let me tell you, it's never going to happen again. I am never going to do it again. My body cried. I cried emotionally every single night, but it was actually the most fulfilling check mark just to push myself and move past all of the little voices that I had in my head that were telling me, you can't do this, you're too old, and this pain hurts, and that. But with the patience of the company and with that determination of just get through another day, success, because certainly I hear that, my performance resonated with a lot of people. Yeah, that was a big break. And getting the original pre-Broadway production of Mamma Mia from Canada that took me into the US was a wonderful opportunity. I should have known when I was auditioning for Benny and Bjorn from ABBA that it was going to lead to some greatness, but I was really young and I just went along with the path. And again, anything was possible, so I didn't have that any negative headspace where it just projected me forward.
And I know that you're not necessarily in the business community. I mean, this is Chamber of Commerce podcast, but I mean, that message can translate to any business or any aspiring entrepreneur or any aspiring artist, right? For that matter.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
I do keynote presentations with Catherine, and we have a series of keynotes that's like survival of the friendliest. And it really applies to how people move through their life with kindness and with that friendly attitude that really does help yourself and the work that you're doing and the corporate environment. I've stayed very connected with the corporate environment. You'll appreciate this too, because with the arts, there's a business side to that. Absolutely. And as artists, we have to be aware of that. And I certainly am. So I've stayed really well connected with the businesses and the producers and the investors that help artists like myself. I mean, under full scholarship with Royal Winnipeg Ballet, I've kept in contact with all those businesses that supported me at a young age.
Well, it's good that you bring that up too, because last month, I think it was, where we were able to, as a chamber, create an event where it brought artists as well as business leaders together. It was called Artworks, and it was all kind of powered through this larger report that Business Arts out in Toronto was commissioned to do with the Canadian Chamber of Commerce. And you were able to be there. So you heard some of the messages. And there is powerful momentum here. Knowing that there's about for every $1 federally that is invested in the arts, there's about a $29. Yeah. And so what does that mean to the local communities? Like what else could we be doing to find support for arts and the arts community, or as at least the arts business side of the community?
I think that the businesses need an invite. I think the initiative that you had was wonderful to connect the two, because let me tell you, someone that is obviously not shy, and I go up and talk to the different groups and the different businesses that were there, but making that connection and telling them how they can help and that you're invited into the arts community. We need you. I think it bridged that gap. And it was a beautiful thing, because we don't get that opportunity often. I think, and I saw insecurities, to be honest, with a lot of the businesses there. They were shy. They were brave in showing up and being there, but being front and center and being approached by the actual arts and artists, I think was probably intimidating, but we broke that barrier really quickly.
Yeah.
It was a great opportunity.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it was something that was not only completely different for what we have done in the past, but it allowed us to see the need is there. And it's like for Ryan and I trying to find an opportunity to constantly shift and evolve where we're wanting to head. And I think that we could be doing more of those types of initiatives.
You are. I had recently Behind the Curtain, which is our 2-person show, me and Catherine from The Amazing Race, and we performed at the Capitol. And ahead of time, I was really surprised with the slow ticket sales in Windsor. I really thought that it would just sell, maybe ignorantly, I thought. But what really helped was I cold called businesses. I cold called the hospitals. And I said, that Catherine was a nurse. There's a lot of her brain tumor journey, and just relating it to the different businesses. Like, you helped me out when I was in Windsor. I want you there. Yeah. And they all showed up. So we filled a lot of that space with an invite. So if we can do more invites and let these businesses know that they belong and that we need them to support us and they're valued, I think it'll help.
Yeah, I agree. Well, on that note, I think what we're going to do is take a quick little break. We're going to send a message over to our sponsors. And then when we come back, I think we're going to get into the next part of our podcast where we maybe share some secret tastes of Windsor-Essex. So stick around for that. We'll send it off to our sponsors.
Nice.
When it comes to marketing and design, experience matters. That's why the Beyond Two Bridges podcast trusted Daniel J. Pike to create our brand new logo, a design that perfectly captures connection and community. Look, there are plenty of options out there, but our choice came from firsthand experience. I've seen Daniel's work up close, and it's not just good, it's strategic, creative, and it's built to last. Daniel is a seasoned marketing and graphic design professional with over 10 years of experience working with businesses big and small. He's designed everything from logos and flyers to print magazine, billboards, t-shirts, bookmarks, banners, and a full social media marketing strategy. His work doesn't just look good, it works. Are you ready to elevate your brand? Visit danieljamespike.ca today. Daniel J. Pike, design that speaks, marketing that works.
Okay, we're back here for Beyond Two Bridges. As you all know, every single episode we do some sort of a product feature, a local product feature. And Craig, being an athlete, being in the health space, being a fitness professional for much of your career and continue to be, we thought it'd be great to bring out a new product that's a local beverage from Windsor-Essex. Let me uncloche it.
Yes.
We've got Hyena,
Oh,
high electrolyte, non-alcoholic beer.
excuse me.
Yeah, Chris and Mike Soltz of the Soltz family, brewed here right in Windsor, Ontario. It's a local product.
Okay.
And I said, you know what? This is a perfect fit. So why don't we give it a try?
That's
and
great.
we
Can I
all-
see the can first?
Please, please.
Nice. I like the label. Bright and colorful.
What are those nutritional facts on there?
I'm reading it without my glasses, but no sugar. We're good. Sodium, decent. No, everything is Craig approved.
Perfect.
Great.
Let's
Yeah,
give it a
I'm
try.
ready.
Here we go. All right. Matthew, you want to pour or you want me to pour?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go for it, you're right there.
Do you know how to pour it well?
I don't know. I think you're supposed to...
Tilt it a little bit.
I mean,
like-
there's no alcohol in it, so maybe does it foam the same as a traditional beer? Looks like it.
Now, before we taste this, let
Yeah.
me just tell you, I'm not
Please.
a beer expert by any means.
Okay, as everyone knows, neither am I.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Chamber
Cheers.
of Commerce. There you
Cheers.
go.
Trying Hyena, local IPA.
Okay.
Okay, so the smell when I take a sniff is actually
Delightful.
yeah, it's pretty fruity, as I do enjoy.
Grapefruit. I smell some grapefruit.
Yeah. It's delicious. So the website talks about, running a marathon, finishing a long endurance race, or, any type of physical activity, and not necessarily cracking a beer,
Yeah.
alcoholic beer, and trying this.
You know why they say that?
Why do they
the
say that?
sodium levels help hydrate you, right?
Okay.
It's the same thing as like a Gatorade or whatnot.
That makes sense.
So actually, this would be a great alternative for Gatorade because of the high sugar that they have there. The sodium in this will help recover your muscles and hold on to the water.
Nice.
Yeah. The liquids.
So I know you can get this product all over Windsor-Essex. I know it's continuing to grow. So shout out to Chris and Mike Soltz for creating a great product. I enjoy it.
Can I also say,
Sure,
as
shoot.
a fitness expert,
Yeah.
and one that has moderation and a lot of enjoyment and fun in my life, you can also add a little vodka to this, and it would be lovely.
Well, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Where's our local sponsored
vodka?
vodka?
Wolfhead. We'll see you soon.
That's right. That being said, so again, as somebody who is not a beer drinker at all, having something that is a non-alcoholic beer, this does taste delightful. Like I actually really enjoy this.
There you go.
Yeah. So it's
And there's
not
something
approved.
about beer needing to be really cold, right?
Yeah.
And like a summertime
Yeah. Something
experience
crisp.
for me.
Yep.
And we know we had a really warm summer last year. So this is the first summer that I've actually enjoyed beer
Okay.
on my deck.
Okay.
So thank you. I will enjoy this one.
Excellent. All right. So there's our product for the day.
Perfect. All right, let's get back into it with Craig. So, having such a wide range of your history with the arts, with fitness world, what are some of those big monumental kind of highlight things that you would love people to be a little bit more aware of? What's something
Like that has already been visible?
yeah, potentially, or something that
Why don't you do visible and invisible?
Okay.
Like something you're proud of that nobody else would know that you care to share
That's
with us.
great. Okay.
And then, because we call this the Chamber of Secrets segment.
I love that.
Craig Ramsay and the Chamber of Secrets.
Okay. They both center around the Amazing Race. I
Okay.
mean, obviously, it's a big deal. It's Canada's biggest competition reality show, so people know that. But let me tell you, from the perspective of doing the show, it is harder than you can ever imagine, and that you see. It's really tough.
Yeah.
And in our case, my race partner, Catherine, has terminal brain cancer. And so we had other obstacles and layers that I would never want any other racers to have. So for that experience was so personally, I know it was aired on television, but it was so personal and just a spiritual actual event for us to have longevity, which was our goal, not a win. We never actually sat in the place of expecting to win that show, but having the longevity together is so fulfilling and connected us with each other and with my community, because the reception of a winner in 2022, if I could be so honest, on the coast to coast scale in Canada as a gay man was not met with full support.
Really?
Not from the network, not from a lot of the viewers. And it was the
I
tie
would
that
have
I
wished it was a love story between you two as opposed
a
to
friendship love story. It
Yeah.
certainly was. We're kindred spirits, and we focused on that, of course, and so did the show. But the love I had back home and the support I had from Windsor and Essex County really was so special to me. It made me so connected and welcomed back here. So I just want to thank everyone from this community for supporting me through what should have been just completely celebrated, but that did have some obstacles after the win.
But you made it at a point to be here as often as possible for those, viewing parties and stuff like that. So while I'm sure the community is happy to hear you're thankful for them, we're also thankful that you and Catherine were able to utilize our hometown, which is yours as well, but as an opportunity to give back in some capacity.
Oh my gosh, our viewing parties were just epic. At the Bearded Dog in Harrow. It was so great to have the whole community that know me. Like you all know me too well, right? My friends, especially from Harrow, and I haven't changed since grade 5, really. Just a little bigger.
Just right,
Just a
exactly.
little bigger
Just a
in the
little
right
bit bigger.
in the right places. Yeah.
So that's both the public and private.
Yeah, centered around the Amazing Race, certainly. And every time that I had a Broadway show, there were so many people that hopped on a bus and came to see me in the shows. So when we had Behind the Curtain, which also has highlights of our career, right? We like Fiddler on the Roof, Mamma Mia, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Hair on the 20th Century, Rocky Horror Picture Show. All of these, the audience in Windsor was so special because they were there.
Right.
They saw me how much easier it was for me to do that fiddler dance when I was 23, and then for me to recreate it, and you can hear like the cracking of the knees and bones. We laughed together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Well,
really
you
special.
did it here, but then you also brought it to Winnipeg, correct?
Yes, yeah.
And then you also did it in New York. Am I?
We are
correct?
doing it in New York.
Oh, okay, it's coming.
So what was a passion project that we took and collected stories that were gathered while I was interviewing Catherine for an upcoming book she has.
Okay.
And we collected stories that should never be told and shared, and we were just going to discard them or burn them like we should have. But then Catherine's like, terminal illness, what do I care? She's like, let's actually share. These are the stories, the behind the scenes that people probably will resonate with the most. And sure enough, when we gathered it, and we thought it was honestly going to be a flop. Like we thought we were going to laugh on stage and there would be dead silence, but the audience reaction has been so with us and engaged, and they see the joy that we went through and the struggle. It's a success. So we're touring it and we're bringing it back to Windsor.
Amazing.
Yeah,
we gotta see it.
early summer.
Yeah.
Which will be thrilled because again, it's hard to get the message out to people. So thank you for your efforts to really support arts.
We'll get you out there.
Well, I mean, I was in the audience for the first time around here in Windsor, and it was fantastic. So the fact that there's enough support that you're wanting to come back to Windsor, that's exciting because people were saying, even to me, my friends circle, were saying that they weren't able to see it. So I'm glad you're coming back.
Yeah, or didn't know about it,
right?
You know, and then afterwards, it's like, oh, I missed that. And thankfully, Catherine every 3 months gets an MRI, and if it's stable, we know we have another 3 months with her. We don't know what her function ability will be and her cognitive abilities, but it's a blessing each time that we have a clear because she's well past her, as she says, her expiration date.
Wow.
So we're hoping that we will have that opportunity. It's in the books. Cool. So if we are and we're getting closer, I really recommend people don't delay. Like if you can come and be inspired by this woman.
Yeah.
Because it may literally be the last.
Yeah. Yeah. Every day. I mean, it's so different than what other people would have to on The Amazing Race. But there was situations and problems that happened to us that we kept from producers. And she said ahead of time, she's like, for me, it's either I'm alive or I'm dead. So she said, it doesn't matter what kind of treatment or anything I get. Cover our mics and we'll discuss, the symptoms that she has. She lost her vision at one point, which is why I had to climb the Ferris wheel. The truth be told, like whatever that
it's the best
roadblock
episode.
was going to be, which is one racer has to do.
Yeah.
And it just so happened from the vague little line, and I took it, but I had to take it.
Yeah.
Because she didn't have vision. So she's a remarkable human being, and you will see that in her show.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So you've talked about it a fair amount, and like most of your career, or elements of it, have been twofold.
This beer is so good. I'm
It's
going to have
excellent.
a little bit more.
It's twofold, but we were talking before about you supporting others, right? So that's been a theme and thread that's gone through your career.
Yeah.
But also you promoting yourself and things that you do, which I think is extremely important for businesses to think about too, right? So, you've got 50,000 Instagram followers, right? You've got this promotion that you're doing. You're your own brand. How do you cultivate your own brand, build it, put yourself out there? Like, how do people feel about it? And we're here with Chris too, who does an amazing job. But tell us about the importance of building your own personal brand.
Really important to not be shy about it. Like you have to take pride in, remember we talked about your journey with the weight loss and the health journey? You have to be proud of the journey you're in. So if you don't have the followers, it doesn't matter. That does not equate to your outreach, mind you. So 50,000 followers does not mean when I do a post that it's not hitting the right audience and or expanding past even 50,000. And it's a slow process. Like if you have one post that's out there that isn't getting a lot of traction, it's the consistency as your workouts were and as your health path was, the consistency leads to the success and be proud of that journey. So I really think that businesses need to put themselves out there. They need to share where they are in their business because people love to help too.
The process, right?
The process.
Share the process.
It's like there's tons of businesses even locally. Like you look, a great example is Daisy & Co. in Harrow. Nancy started that a couple of years ago, and it was just an idea to create a living room atmosphere where she's serving charcuterie and wines from the region, right? And then slowly it expands and builds. And now we're so grateful for her consistency to be there. And those days that might not have been packed, but now it is. Now she's hosting game night and cabaret night and those businesses here, I'd love to see just stay consistent and put yourself out there.
Incredible.
Yeah, that's important. It's important, and not only important to be consistent, but also be authentic in that consistency.
Absolutely. And ask for help. Like, I'm big on, as you said, like, I love helping businesses that I support and love.
Of course.
And you can ask people, like, can I take some photos? Can you give me a testimonial? Can you write me a review? I think all of those are important.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
So what's next? Creatively
Ooh.
or in business, what's next for Craig?
Well, I'm going back to school, to
Okay.
online,
Good for you.
because that's a reality show in itself.
Good for you.
Almost 50 going back. But no, I'm going to finish a degree that I started at University of Windsor, now at University of Guelph.
Good for you.
Online. So January, that's a big adventure for me. And I'm doing the keynotes and the behind the curtain. And I do have reality TV keeps knocking. I'm shocked. Like, I'm like, how is this possible? But if they're calling me, I'm going to answer.
Right.
And you probably will see me back on a couple programs.
So you're going to do a Windsor-Essex reality TV show is what
Oh,
you're
it'd be
saying.
good. Let me tell you, especially
We have personalities.
Harrow. I think right to Harrow. Let's go to Harrow
Let's do it.
and the wineries and such. That could be a total Vanderpump Rules situation.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Vanderpump Rules in Harrow, or a version thereof.
Yeah, there is lots of opportunity. We have characters here. I mean, we have to. I think in order to survive and thrive, we have to find what makes us different and stand out here.
Yep.
And embrace that. That's the whole theme of this.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad I did. I'm glad I didn't lessen myself.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of rejection along the way. Like, people hear my successes. Let me tell you, there's a lot of struggle and there's a lot of rejection.
What's the one that you were like? I'm gonna get this. I've got a shoe in, but you didn't get it in your crush.
Every single one.
Every single one. Okay.
Every single
okay.
opportunity, I get in the headspace of just being so like, this is it. This is and I'm passionate about that. But then the more passionate I am and the more I invest in it, the bigger the heartbreak it is. And I let myself have that. What you don't see is after a disappointment, like, I do get upset, of course, but I let myself feel that emotion and express it, which helps me get over it. And I think we all have that in business as well.
Yeah.
Like, so many businesses, oh my gosh, we would have a whole nother podcast of the things that I tried to do that simply didn't work or take. But it all made sense when the successes happen. All of that builds up to making sense of the experiences you need in order to make the opportunities that do stick out and succeed work.
It's incredible.
I think the last thing that I want to touch on, and this is something that we ask all of our guests as we wrap up, and Ryan might be able to speak to it a little bit more eloquently, but we're looking to the future. What is Windsor-Essex as a business scene, but maybe also within the creative sphere? What does it look like in the next 10, 15 years?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Windsor 2040, Windsor-Essex 2040. What do we look like?
Grand.
How do we get to where do we get? What does it look like, and then how do we get there?
I think we need to shift a lot of pride our way. To be honest, I hear about the location that we are and being, southernmost point and all this, and people saying that there's negatives to being so close to the States, and that I think the exact opposite. I think that we have such an impact for the U.S. too. Look how many times, I don't even know if Windsor-Essex knows that we're talked about in the States. We're seeing so much, and the wineries, the tourism that we have, we are the new Niagara on the Lake.
Incredible.
We are the new Stratford Festival. The theater we have here is incredible.
Capitol's gorgeous.
The Capitol, the
Chrysler
St. Clair
Theater.
Performing
Chrysler's
Arts,
gorgeous.
yeah, our arts programs,
Yeah.
our schools. St. Clair, the musical theater program there is stellar. I think the future's bright. We have incredible influence on Canada, and we need to have more pride in what that is.
Incredible.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here, Craig.
Thank you.
Craig.
Thank you, and thanks for the beer.
Absolutely.
So that's it for another episode of Beyond Two Bridges, where today we bridged business to the arts and culture community with our guest, Craig Ramsay. See you next time on B2B.